Hey, what's going on guys? It's Amir, and in this video I want to bring you guys my 2-month update of my Sapphire FUE hair transplant. I've gotten this transplant done in Turkey. I've got about 5,000 grafts implanted or transplanted if you want to call it. Right here on my hairline. I had some added over here for some added density in my existing area, and then obviously the crown which was probably the biggest problem or concern of my entire balding. So I got this done about 2 months ago, so I want to kind of give you guys a rundown of exactly what happened in the past 2 months, what I experienced from my last 1-month update video to this month's update video, the changes that have occurred, and what I'm expecting in probably the next few weeks and months to come from the overall results from this hair transplant. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. By the way, if you want to see my full hair transplant video where I took you guys to Turkey with me and actually showed the entire procedure from the moment I arrived to the airport to actually me meeting with the doctor, consultation, getting the whole planning, and actually getting the transplant itself done, I'll have that linked in the description below so you can check out the entire procedure in case you're thinking of getting your own transplant done from Turkey as well, or just getting a transplant in general so you know exactly what to expect by seeing the procedure that I personally been through. So with that being said, what has happened in the past 1 month? Well, if you guys watched my last 1-month update video, I told you guys that I am starting my shedding phase. Month 1 was basically the beginning of that shedding phase where basically the transplanted hair that they have transplanted or implanted, I don't know the correct term, but that basically the transplanted hair is going to be shedding off, which means now the new hair growth cycle is beginning. I've personally been through many shedding phases myself because of being on Rogaine and finasteride on and off, and you know, when especially with Rogaine, when you first start it and you hop off it and you start it again, there's always that shedding phase that occurs and new hair growth starts coming in towards the end of month 3 to 6. So I've been through plenty of those, so I was like, I kind of know what to expect. But in this one, it completely shook me. The reason why is because at the end of month 1, when that shedding phase was starting, I was starting to lose a bit of hair over here, and this was kind of thinning out, and I was kind of losing hair up on my crown, and I was like, okay, it's probably not that bad. Until the following week after I uploaded my video is where my balding or my shedding was at its peak. And I remember I went to a wedding and I took some photos before the wedding, and I was like, holy crap, my head actually looks a lot more bald than I had anticipated or I had imagined. And there was nothing that I could do about it because my hair was so short, I couldn't use any of the fibers to cover it up. If I was using some sort of fibers to cover it up, it would be totally obvious because my hair was so short. The moral of the story is I had to just ride it out. If I had to show up to any events or any gatherings or anything like that, I would just simply wear a hat or just try to, you know, just cover it up for the most part. But I've pretty much just been home or at the office over here just working. It wasn't too big of a deal. The following week after that peak hit, which was I would say around week 2.5, once that was over, luckily since I was still taking, you know, I'm currently on Rogaine, finasteride, some multivitamins, hair growth serum, some hair growth shampoo and whatnot. I've covered all of that, vitamins and nutrients and all that stuff in my previous video. But since I'm on that, it's helping me boost my current hair growth levels of my natural existing hair. So that helped me speed up my existing hair growth. If you guys probably saw my last video compared to this one, you probably see a lot more hair growth coming up over here. So when this hair basically grew out, it helped me cover most of my shedding. Right now, since I do have this light right above me that's turned on and it's shining right at my head because I want to show you guys exactly like the clearer results, it may seem like it's a lot more obvious, but in the practical day-to-day life right now, let's say I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light off, you can see that like it doesn't look that bad. In normal lighting situations, you're not gonna see that, hey, this guy's like clearly thinning, or if he's, you know, going through a shedding phase or anything like that. Let me turn this back on. But that's what I'm pretty glad about, that this shedding phase, the peak of it only lasted about a couple of weeks, and then my existing hair started to come in, which definitely helped me cover up most of the hair that I have up here, which is also a really good. After your hair transplant, that's probably the toughest thing, especially we have so many experts and doctors, people who've been to Stanford and Oxford University in hair transplants in the YouTube comments saying, hey, your hair transplant failed. It didn't fail. This is just part of the process. This is just part of the shedding, and this is probably one of the harder parts to get through. But from here on now, the only way that my hair is going is up, out, and just growing fuller, thicker, healthier, and you know, it can't get worse than this. And the good news is, if I come a little bit closer, And to give you guys a good update right here, basically my hairline over here, this line was not there before, so this is starting to form, and as you guys can see, there's new small hairs that are starting to kind of grow again. So again, same thing on the other side. This line over here wasn't there during the shedding phase, or was not as prominent. And then same thing, the little hairs over here, they're starting to grow. And same thing goes over here for my mid scalp action, if you want to call it. And here in the back of my head, it basically looks like what my head used to look like when I first started, you know, balding or experiencing any sort of a hair loss. But this right here, this area from the research that I've done takes kind of the longest to grow. So I'm expecting hair growth over here, I would say around the 6-month mark. So probably in July, August is when I'll probably start seeing something substantial. But here in the front, like right here, my new hairline and the density and the thickness over here should probably come in, I would say, hopefully in mid-June. That's probably when I hit the 4-month mark. So I'm hoping to see something substantial over there. Again, all of these results vary from person to person. So it really, this is just me looking at other people who've gotten their hair transplants and reading up on the typical hair growth cycle. So I can't say for sure, only time will tell. But based on the research that I do have, this is probably our safest conclusion that we can make in terms of future hair growth. So this is only month 2. I know it feels like it's been forever. I've gotten my hair transplant in February of 2021 and it's only April. And right now, obviously I can't really expect much, even though I really want to show you guys and all the fun and excitement behind new hair growth. And I know you guys are just as excited to see it as much as I am. So again, right now I just want to show you exactly what it is that I'm going through. Even towards the end of month 3, I'm not really expecting much, but I mean, let's just see, right? Well, let's just give it some time. But I would say probably month 4 in June is probably when we're going to be seeing some real growth coming in. And in terms of my donor area, I've already updated you guys on that. My first week of coming back from Turkey, and it barely looked touched. I'll probably throw up a video over here of my donor area. As of now, there's no scars, there's no scabs or any signs of a hair transplant, especially with extracting 5,000 grafts. That's a huge number, and you know, if you're not doing it with the right staff, the right team that's extracting your hair follicles, it's pretty easy to mess up. So I'm glad that the clinic I went to are extremely experienced with extracting those many hair follicles and still pulling off a clean donor area without having any major signs of a hair transplant. So for now, guys, we're gonna continue being patient and let our hair grow and let the natural hair growth cycle occur and let the mother nature of hair growth do its thing. Until then, we're going to continue waiting and hope to see some substantial results. So right now, this is what my hair looks like, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick 2-month update. Again, I'm really excited to see where this goes, and you know, when the new hair growth starts coming in, it's going to be pretty nice. So if you guys have personally been through a hair transplant procedure in Turkey or whether in the US, if you have any tips for me, let me know what I can expect or if I should do anything extra, because right now I think I'm doing the best that I can in terms of supplements and treatments and vitamins and finasteride and minoxidil, all of that stuff in combination after my transplant to enhance and give myself the best results possible. But if you have anything additional, if you've been through a transplant yourself, let me know what you have. Again, if you are an elite Oxford University doctor who have a PhD in hair transplantology, I don't need your comment. Don't tell me my hair transplant's failing without doing your research, because this is exactly the process that I expected, and this is the process that everybody goes through at their 2-month mark. So I think in terms of seeing, I guess, quote unquote, the worst part, it's pretty much done. Now we're gonna be seeing some more hair growth, so I can't wait to see the hair growth starting to come in. If you guys are considering a hair transplant procedure yourself in Turkey, I'll leave the contact information of the clinic that I personally been to and got my hair transplant done from in the description below, so you guys can check it out and contact them if you have any specific questions regarding your own hair transplant. If you have any questions for me regarding my experience, and if you need any opinions or any advice or tips regarding hair transplants, I'll also put my personal email in the description below, so you can reach me there as well. Other than that, if you guys want to continue to see more hair updates from my transplant or just want general hair tips, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I post. And if you guys did enjoy this video or found it helpful, make sure to let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Again, if you have any questions, tips, tricks, anything like that, drop them in the comment section below and I'll be sure to check it out and get back to you on that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.